How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I actually want to go over Xpeng Motor stock or XPEV, that's the ticker symbol, and this stock actually ended up finishing the month of January with a 12.5% growth, basically in the green. So we're starting this month, February, on a good note. Hopefully we can continue this momentum as we approach quarter four 2020 results, which should be here in sometime March, and that will hopefully just, if obviously good news is going to come out of that, because they had strong deliveries for that quarter, and even this year they started out getting a lot of deliveries, and we're going to talk about that soon and compare that to the other EV stocks or companies like NIO and Li, and just kind of give you guys an overall feel of where this space is going. Without further ado, I just want to go and begin talking about why we're here, why there's so many price targets for this company right here, and how bullish analysts are and investors in general. Now, the first article I want to go over is this one. We're talking about how we started off the year hearing about Xpeng and them collaborating with Livox. This was announced on January 3rd. And that's just to bring the company's LIDAR detection technologies for autonomous driving to their cars, so that Xpeng customers can also benefit from that LIDAR technology that is also present with NIO as well. But Citibank analyst Jeff Chung, he actually gave a buy rating. He put the stock at a $57.71 per share 1 year price target. So that's really bullish, especially when we're sitting at, what is a current price? Let me go over here. Trading view, we're at $46.93. So that obviously is very bullish. That's just around $10 more than what we have right now in the stock price. And Dutch bank analyst Edison Yu then published a buy rating on Xpeng as a short-term investment on January 21st, citing encouraging indicators about the potential for the company's XPilot 3.0 autonomous driving technology. So that's what Xpeng wants to be known for in the EV space. They're responsible for actually promoting and innovating in this with these technologies, trying to bring the autonomous driving technology and into a smart EV car, and that's what they want to be known for, and they're doing a really good job at that. Morgan Stanley also initiated coverage on Xpeng in a note published on January 28th. So this is very recent. So analyst Tim Hezio gave the stock an overweight rating and set a 1 year price target of $70 per share based on strong results from the company's in-house research and development units and opportunities to grow in the mid-range EV market. So all these price target ratings and stuff that are very bullish are pretty much indicating, as of now, we're at the beginning of the year, and we already have a target of Xpeng being at $70 by the end of 2021, and we have the average price target being $53. Now there's still a low rating, a low price target of $32, but it doesn't look like we're gonna fall back down to those lows. That's just like that's a pretty low price, especially when we're at $46. There would have to be like some crazy like stock market crash or something for that to happen, but it looks like we're the overall like direction of the market and also with these EV companies is just up. So these are just going to continue to go up, in my opinion. Now, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just pretty much noting these articles and giving you guys my own opinion. But Xpeng's EV deliveries were better than rivals. The stock is down. So the Chinese electric vehicle maker Xpeng delivered more cars in January than it did in December. So growth in delivery slowed sequentially, but Xpeng's results were still better than those of its Chinese EV peers. So even though NIO delivered more cars than Xpeng, Xpeng still had better growth, and I'm telling you, this is growth in percentages. So and also Xpeng had a better year-over-year growth in terms of sales and deliveries than Li Auto as well. So even though those cars did really well for themselves, Xpeng was the one that came out on top. So this article right here will tell you exactly how much these companies have grown in the past year in deliveries and sales. But basically, which Chinese electric vehicle stock will grow the most by 2022? This was a study where Benzinga basically surveyed 500 traders and investors, and they were talking about the Chinese electric vehicle stocks, and asked over the next year which one will have the largest percentage gain in price, and of the respondents, 62% told Benzinga the NIO will grow the most by the end of the year. That was to be expected. NIO is a favorite, and the next one was actually the other stock that was actually promoted was that 21% of investors believe Xpeng will gain the most by 2022. So that lets you know that Li is the least favorite among investors, and it's NIO, and then it's XPEV. But basically, the Shanghai-based EV maker reported a total of 77,225 vehicle deliveries for the month of January. This figure represents a record number of vehicle deliveries and 352% year-over-year growth for NIO. So that is NIO's growth year-over-year. When you look at January's deliveries, now this is the interesting part, guys. Much like NIO's January success, Xpeng reported a total of 6,015 vehicle deliveries for the month. Obviously, way lower than NIO's 7,225 vehicle deliveries, but that figure still represents a 470% year-over-year increase. So this is where I mentioned that even though Xpeng delivered less cars than NIO, it still had a significantly higher growth in percentage, year over year. And also look at this. Li Auto reported a 355.8% year-over-year gain in vehicle deliveries in January. So that represents, that's pretty much a little higher than NIO, but it's still way lower than Xpeng's growth. And by the way, Li Auto actually only has one car, while Xpeng has two, and NIO has like multiple cars. So the Xpeng actually delivered 5,379 of the Li 1 vehicles for the month of January. So that's still pretty impressive, but it's nothing, nothing like what NIO and Xpeng did, obviously. But still, these numbers just go to tell you, they're actually growing exponentially in sales and deliveries. What does this mean for the stock price? Well, I already showed you the price targets and the overall forecast and sentiment of investors. It's definitely not just analysts and institutions that think that the stock is going to go up this year. It's obviously also retail investors who are very bullish, and that's the overall sentiment for the stock here in the next 12 months. So you guys can just see the Xpeng is actually number 16 in the top 25 automakers by market cap list. Now, with a 33 billion market cap, this is where it's been pretty much for the past month or two. That was to be expected. NIO is obviously top 5, but like we mentioned earlier with this article, NIO is a favorite among investors and traders, so that's normal. But look, guys, people are accumulating XPEV shares. Like, they're just buying in more. We have a lot of institutional transactions that took place last quarter that show that there's more buying than selling. Yeah, Goldman Sachs, they locked in their profits. They sold 1.2 million shares. You have Capital International Inc. They sold 255,000 shares. A lot of these companies are taking profits, but sometimes they're doing that just to pretty much buy back at a lower price, so they can use those profits to just pretty much buy into it again and accumulate more. So that's kind of like what some of these institutions end up doing anyway when they're bullish on a company, when they see other hedge funds also buying in and accumulating, like Capital Research and Management, Alibaba Group Holding, they have a stake in XPEV as well. Fidelity Management and Research Co., they have a large stake as well, and so on and so forth. NIO has more institutional activity though going on for it than XPEV, but I feel like it's going to continue. Xpeng is going to continue to get and attract more hedge funds and mutual funds as well to purchase their shares and own more of their company. But yeah, it's just my overall opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will try to make a video on Li Auto, if not just a video on NIO, and try to find some more info to keep you guys bullish. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you guys stay updated on future uploads. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day. See y'all later.